Now this session includes extra widening, generating the reports, output formats like AML, Google Earth files, exporting and importing strings from MX routes, and annotation style set. So now we are doing first the extra widening. So extra widening will be provided when we are not able to provide the desired radius. So in this scenario, even though we had given the desired radius and transition length, so for the understanding of how to create the widening, I'm giving this session. So first we have to select the alignment. So here you will be getting an option offset alignment. So in this we can provide offset alignment. So on the both sides, if you want to give, you can both sides. So here I'm giving on the both sides. So it is asking offset. So offset, you can give this our carriageway width is 7 meters. So let us give the 7 meters carriageway offset width. So we will go to the widening criteria. So here we can increase specify widening manual. So here I am increasing 2 meters additional width, and the transition length provided is 45. So the transition length provided is 45. So within this 45 meter, the taper will be applied. So on both sides, I'm increasing, make it as 1.5, or for the 2 meters, let it be for the project purpose. So I'm making it as click on OK. So you can see two white offset lines has been formed here. So with the distance of 2 meters on both sides, the taper has been applied within the transition area. So similar way, there is a similarly at the end of the curve also taper has been applied only in the transition area. And after transition and the tangent portion, actually the same 6 meter carriageway has been performed. So once this is done, so I have to give the apply the widening of this additional 2 meters within the curve portion. So for this applying, so I have to follow this white line, white offset line. So I will be going to the corridor properties, targets, width targets, alignments. I will be selecting the major road right alignment for the right side, and the same the width target I will be providing major road left alignment left side. So now you can see here, so I'm just sorry, left side has not been applied. Okay, right, you can see here the alignment has followed the white line. So I will just send these white lines backside. You can clearly check display. So in the same way, all tapering, everything has been applied. Now your road widening has been applied. It's very clear that we have to apply the offsets and we have to give the widening criteria, inside widening or outside widening. So accordingly, you have to provide, once the widening criteria is applied, you have to target the corridor to the alignment. So instead of going with the offset alignment, if you have any bus base or anything, so just we can draw a polyline. We can draw a polyline and we can assign the target of that polyline. I will show you how to define, I mean how to apply the polyline also here, target for this polyline. So I will show this for this alignment. So simply I am adding a polyline. So in case if this is your bus bay area, with some taper, so you have to apply the proper taper, and then so this is the bus bay area in case. So our carriageway or our bituminous section should be even spreading up to this bus bay area and all, and again closing to the taper and coming to the normal section. It's simple that we have to select the corridor, click on the corridor properties, go to the target parameters. So this is on the right side, so click on the right side. You can see the assembly group on the right side. So here you give, instead of alignments, go to feature lines, survey lines, polylines. So if you select the alignments, you have to select the offset alignment or any alignment that you had made. So otherwise, if you want to go with some figure or feature line or polyline, you have to select the polyline. Even you can select it from the drawings. So you click on select from the drawing and identify this. So just select the polyline that we had drawn for the bus bay and apply it. By clicking on enter, you can apply it. Click on OK, apply this. Oh sorry, this is for the left side. Corridor properties, target, can remove here. This is for the left side. Mistakenly I had selected for the right side, so it was not applied properly. Now I am clicking for the left side. I was selecting. So now you can see which target has been applied for the left side. I mean left hand side. So now you can see the corridor has followed the widening path of this bus bay location. So after that, again the footpath, everything will be considered later. These are the cut fills. So the sample lines that you are applying should have the width of the complete from beyond this earthwork line. So the length that you are considering for the sample line should be beyond this earthwork line. So here you can see there is a benching also, because the condition that we had given here is having benching if it is more than 5 meters of cutting, 5 meters of filling. So I can show you here the assembly property. So I had given maximum fill height as 3 meters, cut height as 3 meters. Beyond 3 meters, it will be going with the benching of 1.5 meter width, and again another 3 meter or for cut or fill, and again another bench of 1.5 meter. So this is how it will be applied. So this is the criteria for widening by using the alignment or by using the polyline. So our next topic is generating reports. So reports will be generated from the toolbars. Toolbars, we are having the report manager as well as the miscellaneous reports. So in reports, we can go to the alignment, curve alignment report and all, PA station report, station curve report. This is the corridor report, profile report, incremental station elevation profile report will give the. So you can select a road. So this is my major road. So only one surface. Interval I can give it as 10. So now if you want to create a report, you can create a report. So you can see the report data, XYZ coordinates, elevation difference. So you will be getting it for the surface as well as for the proposed. So similarly for the stationing report can be generating for the incremental station for the alignment also, PI report. So there are different types of reports. we can get. So even the levels reports for the particular cross section element also can be generated here. So in the major corridor road, so in case I want to show you one thing. In case if you want level for the particular point, so especially for the level on the center crown, or we can take it as a this point. So this is the, you can see the code style set all codes point code ETW. So this is the ETW code, point code is. So what we have to do is, in case if you want the edge of the footpath level throughout the corridor, so we can create the corridor point report, execute. Here we can select the line, and in this we can select the point code selection ETW. So by selecting this ETW, so you will be having the parameters, what are the details that we need. So we can get station, offset, northing, easting, elevation and all. So just by creating report, clicking on that, so you will be getting the station. So you can see equal intervals of 10 meters we are getting, and the elevation report also we will be getting, and the offset distance also we are getting. So you can see here there are many other ETW point codes that are available. So even this is crown sub base, each and every link or node will be having its own point code detail. This is all codes ditch back, all ditch face, top card, flange. So there are ETW code on the left side, on the right side. So even here also we are having all codes ETW. So each and every link will have its own code name, point code name, code style. So based on that we can define which code, which point we need the details, elevation details or XY details, coordinate details. So accordingly we can apply the same thing while generating the reports. So this is how we will be generating the reports for the horizontal alignment report, vertical alignment report, the name, survey, project file. For the profile also we can geometry report, vertical report, everywhere. So we can, whatever the file you want, what are the details are required, here we can get the geometric report, grade in, grade out, algebraic difference. Similarly for the vertical and geometric profile, all you will be getting. So in this we only have one curve we are having, you can see here profile report. This is for same way we can get it for the alignment also, horizontal alignment report. So we can select a road, so you can see the report here. So it is having the spiral data, curve details, spiral out. So various reports can be generated in the toolbox from the reports section. So the next it is output formats like KML, Google Earth files. So for generating the Google Earth files, so we are having a miscellaneous utilities in which there is an option called export KML. So for getting the exporting KML, first we have to assign the coordinate system. Assigning the coordinate system is like going to the settings, click on the name of the project, edit drawing settings. The location where my current project is the 43N. So I have to select the coordinate system, which is a UTM WGS 1984, which is WGS 84 datum, standard coordinate system that we will be applying in India. And you have to select the coordinate system. So my coordinate system it's 43N. So you can see zone WGS 1984 datum, zone 43 north meridian, central meridian. So this is the coordinate system I'm having. Guys, you should be having an idea of the location. Otherwise you can go to, in case Yes, if you want to know what's your coordinate system to clearly know, so simply that I will be going into the Google Earth in case. So the project location here, where I'm working is Theni in Tamil Nadu. So this is Theni, Tamil Nadu. So nearby, you just apply a place mark. So place mark, it will be showing. You can see the place mark blinking over here, and you can see the zone code here 43. So instead of P, it is as per Google Earth, but in our notation, we will be taking as 43N. So you'll be getting the number 43. So now only thing is like WGS 84 is standard that we have to apply, and now you know the coordinate system that where our location falls. So that is zone 43 North Meridian. So I will be applying this and clicking on OK. So the coordinate system is fixed. So now I will be going again into the toolbox, export KML, execute. So here the name, next objects. I want everything, all the objects. And third one, it is georeferencing, the coordinate system that we already defined. Here you can see in the settings what we had defined, it will be showing here. Nudge. So I want everything drape objects onto the ground. It will be drape onto the ground. So the location where to save this file, it's okay everywhere it can be. And after that, clicking on the export. So it will take a bit time for processing, or sometimes it may even fail. It don't even show. Right, fine. It's good. Now it is 100% exported. We're just clicking on the view. Guys, this is Civil 3D having so much of huge data, so it's not uploading. So I can do one thing, that I can export this to a new file, pasting onto the original coordinates. So you can see our boundary. Similarly, in case if you have any issue, the details what we had created, so I will show you the alignments. Just export as a land XML files. And I will be importing it into the new file. So you can see the alignments. So this is the new file. Even in the same way, you can even export the corridor. You can export the surfaces, like alignments. You can export offset alignments, corridors, surfaces. Everything can be exported to land XML. So again, in the new file, I'm opening and assigning the coordinates. (1984) 43N. Just I'm selecting the objects instead of giving it clicking on the next, selecting, dragging the objects onto the ground, exporting the file, replacing the file. So again, when I'm redoing this, execute, going to this objects. So you have to tick all the objects, export text, object information, export material. So I have to select the coordinate system. So drape objects onto the ground. So you can see here now, clicking on the view, the file will be directly opening into the Google Earth.